So I was inspired by someone called Jess, who I will tag below, that did this video, but basically it's a trauma dump whilst I make up horse feed. So I ended up accidentally selling my first pony to someone who uses and neglects animals, and I found out that he was completely neglected, and everyone from the adjustment messaged me every day saying that they were feeding him because she didn't come down for weeks. And I bring the chow. And I cried every night because I wanted to get him back, which I did. So at the ripe age of 14, I had people creating hate pages for me, and one particular told me to myself because they thought I was cantering my pony on a concrete road, which actually ended up being a dirt road, and I bring the weight gain. Very first off the track, and my first horse going on from my pony lasted a solid 3 months before she started to break down, and I had to retire her a year later. And I bring the copra. When I originally leased Max, I gave him back to his owners for a 2-week period whilst I went on schoolies, and this is no hate to them whatsoever because they did own him, but it was agreed that I would get him back after the 2-week period because I had actually got interstate on him. And then I got home and they told me they wanted to keep him and I was never going to see him again. This was a really low point in my life, and so I cried for like 2 weeks straight about it, and then they offered for me to buy him back because they couldn't ride him. And I bring the cop price. When I was 16, I had a farrier that would come and make very inappropriate comments to me and would message me every single night, send me hard eyes, and I ended up having to be the bigger person and tell him to stop because I was underage. And I bring the salt. He had just had a baby and had 3 kids and a wife, so I was given EJ for free a part of a rehoming program, and he was my absolute dream horse. He was already competing and doing so well, and then 3 months into owning him, he decided to have a fall and break his hock in 2 places, needing a 1-year rehab journey, and I bring the sunflower seeds. I was outside leading EJ back from the stable after he had also cut himself another time. This horse is very accident prone. And I was wearing Birks and the gate swung and hit him. He jumped into me, landed on my foot. I was knocked out backwards. Then he didn't get off my foot because there was a nice food bucket waiting for him to eat, and I had to crawl out from the paddock whilst he ripped off 3 of my toenails and had to go to the hospital. And I bring the first scoop of the gut plus. Final little trauma dump is that now that I've had a 1.5 years getting EJ back to where he was before his fractured hock, I've now found out that his melanomas will kill him and he will only have about 5 years, or so the vet says, until they start to become a problem and he's retired. And I bring the final scoop of the gut plus. In saying this, I'm pretty lucky. I've never had actual accidents that I've hurt myself. It's just mental things, and that's probably why I'm so messed up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.